Hey there, how's it going? I'm Kenny Stahl and welcome back to another video on this channel. Right now, what I want to talk to you about is feeling frustrated in life. So, have you ever felt just sick and tired of things not working out the way that you want them to? In other words, I think something that people can relate to is this feeling of putting so much time and energy and effort into making something happen or trying to change something and just seeing it going nowhere, seeing no progress being made at all. So I'll give you some examples. So number one, maybe you just feel bored in life. You just feel like, you don't really have much going on and you would like to change that. But you just feel like every day you're just doing the same thing, same routine, and you're just sick and tired of it. Like, you just want there to be something new in your life. I think that you can get frustrated for a lot of things. I think one thing that I see a lot going on is people who are really passionate about whatever you're passionate about, and trying to, let's just say, spread a message, whatever that message might be for you. Maybe it's a political thing, maybe it's a social issue, maybe it's a religious thing, maybe, mental health awareness. Maybe you're trying to communicate something to some other person or other people in your life. For example, maybe your romantic partner, you're trying to work something out with that person, but they just seem to not listen to you. I think that there's a certain element of frustration which comes out when you feel like you're not heard, when you feel like you're trying to speak to other people, whether it's spreading a message, or trying to communicate with people, like maybe you're in a company and you're trying to get them to listen to your ideas and they just won't. And there can be a certain amount of frustration where you just feel like giving up. So I'm making this video right now because I want to talk about what to do, how to move forward when you feel this level of frustration, where you feel like, where you feel like what you're doing is all of a sudden becoming a waste of your time, where you just feel like, you're just sick and tired of things being the way they are. I think ultimately what this comes down to with this type of frustration or being sick and tired of things not working out is, I think what it comes down to is just wanting things to be different. I think that when something stays the same for such a long period of time, there's this part of us that just wants to be there's part of us that wants something new to happen out of things. You want to create something, you want to for me, like, I get bored a lot in my life, and I've reached this point where I feel like, okay, I need to change this. I need to work on my life, I need to get better. But it's not that simple to just make something happen. It's not that simple to just change your life and become somebody different, or there's not, you can't just, here's the thing that I think is the problem here is your expectations, your dreams that you have of the future, of what you want to happen, your what you want essentially, cannot just, you can't just snap your fingers and then what you want to happen will happen. And I think that's a lot of times where the frustration falls, is when you all of a sudden feel like powerless, when you all of a sudden feel like you no longer can impact the outcome of what you care about. So I'm very curious at this point to know if you've ever felt what I'm describing right now. And if you have, I would like you to express to me, just write a comment on this video, what particular things in your life you have felt this way, where you maybe have felt like you just feel frustrated with things not changing, when you feel frustrated with maybe people not listening to you, where you feel frustrated, and just kind of share that. And hopefully everybody's going to share their own thing, so you can hear what other people have to say. But I'm curious about this thing, this idea as well, because I want to know, like, what to do about that. I want to know how to help people who are at this place. Because I made a video that has seemed to get a lot of attention. It's a video called Feeling Depressed and Being Bored with Life or something like that. And there's a lot of people who commented on that video saying that they just want things to be different. They just want things to change. And, it's just harder to actually make things change than what you would like them to. You would really like things to be easy. So there's two things that I want to just talk about to end this video. Here are some of my ideas for just some things to take into consideration. And I would also like to know some additional things that you would have to say as well, as far as what to do about this, how to handle feeling frustrated, how to move forward when you feel this way. Because I don't personally believe that the answer is that you should give up. I don't think that you should stop trying. But, when things become difficult, when things become tough for us to deal with, when we feel like we've hit that roadblock, when we feel like we've hit the dead end, when we feel like there's nothing else that we can do, that is a huge problem. It's a huge moment in our lives where we feel overwhelmed. There's a huge moment where we feel like there's nowhere to go, nowhere to turn. And I would like to keep the optimism alive. So here's a couple of things to take into consideration. One is the reason a lot of times why you might feel overwhelmed by a task. You might feel like you're not making any progress towards what you want to make progress towards, is because you're looking at the problem as a huge problem. And when you see an issue, a task that needs to be done that is extremely large, you can oftentimes feel intimidated by the size of it, the scale of the problem. For instance, if you're looking at society and you're saying, I don't like the, whatever political or social issue is going on, and you're saying, I just wish that more people would get on board with this bigger thing for society, and they just don't, that's something where it's like, you as an individual, you're not going to be, you're not single-handedly going to be able to change an entire society or political system or structure or whatever. So, I think it is important to keep in mind what you are personally able to do yourself. But, something that I learned from goal-setting strategies is to take a big goal that you want to achieve and to break it down into smaller, simpler goals that can be immediately reached. So I think the problem that a lot of people run into is giving up before they even start at trying to successfully fulfill a goal that they have. So I would say if you are feeling frustrated, it's a good time to sit back and reflect on what it is that you want to achieve. And then from there, create a new pathway to achieving the goal that you want to achieve, and think really carefully, not about the big picture, but think about what small, easy to achieve goals that you can set, that you can start working on immediately. That way you feel like you're making progress. That way you don't feel like you're going nowhere. You have to, people will get depressed in life if you, or people will, feel like really depressed if they feel like they're not making progress in life. People will be unhappy if they just feel like they're going nowhere. So I strongly believe that it's important to always see yourself making progress. And I think that a lot of this is just a mindset something that people need to, what am I trying to say? I think that a lot of this issue is a mental issue. It's where your head's at. It's how you're looking at things. It's certainly, there's a lot of emotional stuff involved in it, but I think that a lot of the frustration can be taken away when you think about things differently. Another thing to take into consideration, alongside the taking a step back from the bigger goal and trying to set smaller goals that you can achieve. The other thing to think about is that what you want to change, what you want to have happen, what you want to solve, that you're frustrated with, that you're sick and tired of things not being different, is that what you want to have happen, what you're aiming for, what the end result is of what you want to change is, that thing will not happen immediately. So I think that if you give something enough time, that it will eventually, you'll start to see it make more and more progress. And I would ask yourself, if you're frustrated because you want it to be, because you're frustrated about something not working out because you want it to happen right now, because you are in a rush to have it, if you're in a rush for things to change, I think that that's a very important thing to ask, because I think that if you extend the amount of time that you're giving yourself to make something happen, that you won't feel as frustrated. You won't feel like you're going nowhere. You just gotta. I think that it's a good idea to really just kind of think about how long you're giving yourself to be able to reach your goals or make happen what you want to have happen, solve the problem. So those are just a couple of things to think about. I know I spent a lot of time trying to work out all my thoughts on how to actually say all that stuff. Sometimes when I talk in these videos, I don't exactly know how to package it in a way that's easy to understand. I apologize. I just kind of talked for like several minutes now. I hope that you understand where I'm coming from, what I'm talking about. And I want to know what things that you have to say about this topic, because I think it's really important. I know a lot of people feel frustrated, like things aren't changing the way they want them to. And I think this is something that needs to be talked about, and people need to feel okay with saying that they're frustrated with something, saying that they're sick and tired, and that they want something to change. But I feel like that energy has to go into actually working on what you want to have change. Maybe you just need to relax and take some time off of thinking about what you're thinking about. Who knows? Maybe that's a solution. I don't really know, So anyway, I'm going to end the video here, guys, but thank you so much for watching. I really need your guys' support. I really, I want to grow this channel, and I need you guys to be sharing the videos and helping me out. The ones that you like, I want to just talk about things that are like this, talking about, the things that we deal with and what we feel and the things that we think. This is something that I deal with. And yeah, just leave a comment down below of maybe what you can relate to about this topic, and what things you would suggest people could do to deal with frustration and feeling sick and tired. Like, what's the next step moving forward? So thank you for watching. And I know it's been a while since my last video, so I thought I would just record a video, because I really do love doing this. It's just I haven't been putting enough energy into it lately. I haven't been uploading a lot, and I would like to do that more. So it's good to know that you guys are here, and I hope that you guys will just keep watching my videos. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm trying. So thank you guys. I'll see you next time. Take care.